Alright, welcome back to my channel. This is Jacob here, and in this video we're gonna talk about how you can improve your social skills and start talking to new people. I think this is a common problem a lot of people have these days, and they don't think they can go out and be social, but there's a lockdown going on and stuff like that. But you can actually do a lot despite of the lockdown to train your social skills, and that way you will come out of this lockdown way more social and have improved your social skills. So if this is something you're interested in, then watch until the end, because I'm gonna give you some tips you can implement today so you can start improving your social skills and communication skills with new people. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I make videos like this every week, and that way you'll be notified every time I'm releasing new video on this topic. The first thing I want to talk about is be alright that it's difficult and uncomfortable for you in the beginning, because that's just the start of your journey. That is the part of the learning experience. But the thing is, if you don't start and put yourself out there and at least try, then you will never be good at it. How do you expect yourself to become good at talking to people if you never do it? If you only do it when you feel good about it, or maybe if you got something to drink. You should be able to do this also despite of not feeling you want to do it. So this is the first tip. Be alright with the fact that it will be a little bit more difficult in the beginning, because everything is difficult in the beginning. But it's only because you don't have the experience yet, but you need to start at some point. So be alright with the fact that it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable and difficult in the beginning. Alright, the next thing I want to talk about when it comes to talking to people and starting conversations with new people is it's not important what you say, it's more important how you say it. It's more important that you know how to follow up with the conversation and keep the conversation going and talking to people, and be able to communicate to the other people that you're just coming in with no agenda, that you're just genuinely curious about something they did or something you noticed about them. If you're able to sub-communicate that to the other people, then they will be more likely to talk to you, because they can feel that you're not coming from any kind of agenda, but you're just out socializing and talking to people. But if you're not okay with talking to that person, that energy will transfer over to the other person, and they will not be okay with that either, and it will just come out as very creepy and weird. And it's not that difficult to talk to people. It's only difficult because you make it more difficult, and because you put so much pressure on yourself. And that way you will also put a lot of pressure on the other person. But if you're just genuinely curious about something they did or what they are doing, then that person will feel that you're just a social guy or girl, a social person that is out to talk to people. And there's a lot of places you can practice this with doing small things. Maybe when you're ordering coffee at your coffee shop, or in the supermarket, or in a park. Small conversations. It doesn't have to lead to anything, but it's just important that you practice it over and over again. That's the only way you get started, and that's the only way you're gonna learn this, by doing it. I hear it sometimes. People say, oh, you can't talk to people in that type of environment, maybe in a coffee shop or at the gym or stuff like that. But that's not true. You can totally do that. What do you think people did like 30, 40 years ago when there's no social media? They just talk to people. So it's pretty normal to talk to people anywhere you go, if you allow the conversation to happen, if you give the whole situation permission to happen. If you're okay with it and confident talking to people, then other people find it interesting that you go up to them and talk to them. And if you at the same time can communicate that you're not coming from any weird agenda, you don't want anything from them, but you're just a person who wants to get to know them and start a conversation with new people. That's the key. So it's not important what you say, it's more important that you go out and try something, because you will learn from your mistakes and you will figure out what works good and what doesn't. It doesn't matter if you make some mistakes and it becomes awkward, because you can just leave on a high note and wish that person a good day. And so what? That person will forget about it like a couple of days later, and so will you. And you will learn so much by going out and practice this. Instead of waiting to feel good about it and waiting for the lockdown to be lifted so we can go out again, you can spend this lockdown to practice, communication skills in those type of environments you could still go out to. I know there's a lot of coffee shops who still have open if you order takeaway. Try to chat up the person behind the desk. They will love you for it, because you have to realize that they are bored. They're just working, and most people don't talk to them like humans. They're just like, oh, I want this coffee. Thanks. It's so boring for them. So if you can sprinkle in a small conversation, they will appreciate that. And then you will train your communication skills. So make it an exercise for you that you should at least talk to one new person each day. Because it's not about talking with a lot of people sometimes when you feel good about it. No, it's more doing it on a consistent basis and over a longer period of time. That's where you get the results, and that's where you learn this, and that's where you learn how to be comfortable talking. So make it an exercise for you that you at least should talk to one new person each day. Alright, by the way, if you haven't done already, go check out my Instagram, because on there I'll give you tips and ideas how you can improve your social life. And it's a good way to get in touch with me if you have any question about how I overcame these things myself. Then send me a question, I'll be happy to help you out. Okay, so how can you start a conversation with new people? What is some of the easy ways to start a conversation with someone? That can be a good question, but it's not about what you say, it's more about how you say it. And one of the most easiest ways to start a conversation is give an honest compliment. That could be something they're doing, something they're wearing, or something that you notice about them. But it has to be an honest compliment, so you can ask people about that. Maybe they're wearing a great jacket, or they got a great haircut, or something like that. Another easy way to start a conversation with someone is make a statement about something you notice about them. It goes similar to the compliment, but you don't have to compliment them. You can just simply make a statement about it. One example could be when I see people speak English and maybe look around, look at the phone, and they are looking for a place to visit. Then I start a conversation like, oh, you seem like you're a tourist. Are you new here in this town? Are you looking for something specific? And it's an easy way to start a conversation, because they're more than happy to open up and say, yeah, we just arrived 2 days ago. How can you help me find this and that? Or, no, we're actually from this town. And then it doesn't matter, because the conversation will float naturally if you're able to follow up with the topic you started to talk about. So yes, 2 very easy ways to start a conversation, and the key to this is only to practice. That's the only way you become good at it. So go out there and practice. Make it a habit of you talking to one new person a day, because then you will become really good really fast. The thing is, if you train this and become very good at talking to people in maybe high pressure social situations, then you will become very good fast. And how easy do you think it will be when you can go out to places where it's more socially acceptable to talk to? Very easy. And that's the whole point. Practice in the environments you go to, so you will become really good in all the environments you go into. So it's not about what you say, it's more about how you say it, and that you actually go out there and try, because you only become good if you really start. If you start to talk to people, then you will learn from your mistakes, and you will learn what works and what doesn't. Give them a compliment or make a statement about them, and make it a habit of you going up and talking to people. Just one person each day. Then you will become really good. I promise you that. This is what I help my client with. I help them build the right social skills, the right social habits, so they can go out and talk to people in group conversations, new environments and the current environments, so they can make friends and have a better social circle. So if this is interesting for you and you've tried for a long time, but you don't know how to get over that social barrier, then you can book a free consultation call with me. All you have to do is to click the link in the description. That will bring you to my page. Then you can read what is on that page, so you will get more information of what I do and what I help my clients with. And then on the bottom, then you can click on the application form. That will take you 2 minutes to fill that out. and then you can book a free consultation call with me. So this was it for this video, and book the free consultation call if you want a step-by-step process of how you can improve your social life and meet people in a much easier way. Then book the free consultation call today, and maybe talk very soon, and see you in the next video.